Hello everyone and welcome back to Great Movie Fan's YouTube channel. I'm Luke and today I am bringing you another movie review for another very special movie that came out this past weekend, and that is Hacksaw Ridge. And I have to say, this movie blew my mind and was absolutely one of the most incredible war movies that I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, Mel Gibson has truly outdone himself with this movie. I mean, if you are a fan of Braveheart or Passion of the Christ, you need to see this movie. I think that it is one of the most authentic depictions of war. And I just think that this movie has just Oscars written all over it. But it's more than that. It's more than just an authentic depiction of what war is like. And I'm basically going to give you not three this time, but four reasons why you need to see Hacksaw Ridge. And the first reason is that it has the most stunning and most breathtaking visuals and special effects that I have ever seen in a film. Just a couple days ago when I reviewed Doctor Strange, and I'll put a link in the video description, I talked about how that was the most stunning and beautiful visual effects. So obviously that was done with computers, whereas Hacksaw Ridge is so authentic. As I kept saying, it's authentic with its explosions and its blood and the guts and everything that goes in between. I mean, this movie is just visually striking. It's not grotesque in its depiction of the definite like mutilation that happens during war, but it shows it from a human perspective. Instead of these people just being like extras on a movie set or just like statistical numbers when the war's over, like how many casualties that you have, you actually get to know each and every one of these characters, even the small side characters. And that's what really makes this movie like really hit a nerve, is that it's a very human story. And speaking of that, that transitions into my second point why you need to see this movie, and that is for Andrew Garfield's performance alone. I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say that his performance is Oscar worthy, and he definitely will and should get nominations for leading actor for this movie. At least a Golden Globe and at least an Oscar nomination. I mean, he completely deserves it for this part. He makes the character so relatable and believable, and proving that you can succeed in this world by sticking to your beliefs and your convictions even when the rest of the world does not agree with you, and how you can't lose faith and you can't give up hope just because other people disagree with you, and the world will not abide by your philosophies and your way of living, but you can still live your life sticking to your guns and sticking to your beliefs. Obviously, Desmond Doss is a Christian pacifist who did not want to pick up a weapon, but he wanted to serve his country, and he wanted to serve as a medic. And basically, there's this beautiful line that's in the movie and it's in all the trailers about, while the world is tearing itself apart, I'm going to try to do some good and put a little piece back together again. And his performance, Andrew Garfield's performance, is so compelling and just wonderful. Point number three, the entire rest of the cast. I mean, Vince Vaughn, he has his funny moments, but he also is a great supporting character. He has a great full arc in coming over to Andrew Garfield's character, Desmond. Also, Sam Worthington, fantastic full arc character, supporting, and really, really great. Luke Bracey, absolutely perfect in his part. He goes from playing this, like, it's like a cliche of that, jerky bad guy that's like the antagonist, that's like picking on the weaker kid, but then he comes around to Desmond and becomes his friend. Teresa Palmer, I really enjoyed her performance. She plays Dorothy, who's his love interest that he meets at home in Virginia. But my only problem is that they built her up as this really important supporting character in his life, and then she vanishes halfway through the second act, and she does not reappear at the end of the movie or through the rest of it. Like at the halfway point of the film, she vanishes. And that really, really bugged me, because I was like, the movie built her up as this very important character, and yet you just did away with her halfway through the movie. That is my one critique for this otherwise flawless film. And the last person I have to talk about is Hugo Weaving, who plays Desmond Doss's father. And he was so incredible with his performance. He plays a drunkard so wonderfully, but he's also extremely, he has genuine bitter feelings for the repercussions of war, which is why he didn't want his children to enlist, because he enlisted with his best friends, and he was the only one who made it back alive, and so he doesn't want his children to do it either. And the fourth point I want to talk about, going back to the beginning, is the message of this movie. It really and truly is, and this is not an overtly religious movie. It's not like this movie is trying to shove religion down your throat. It's basically a film about staying true to what you believe in, regardless of what it is. And Desmond Doss's beliefs is obviously, he is a Christian who believes that God tells him not to kill people. And even if it's war, he doesn't kill people. And he really, truly is an American hero. He's one of those unsung heroes in American history. And I love seeing movies like this where it brings to life stories, true stories, that may have been overlooked in the footnotes of history. So overall, I would describe Hacksaw Ridge as authentic, gripping, and compelling. I can easily see this movie getting nominations for Best Picture, Director, Special Effects, and Lead Actor. And if I had to give this movie an overall rating, it would be an A+. I mean, this movie, I mean, I've been watching movies all year long, and I mean, this movie is near perfect. It's near perfection. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. You can follow me on my social media, my Instagram and my Twitter. The links are in the video description. Please go support my other YouTube channel, Great Broadway Fan. All the links are in the video description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.